7.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Levis sets up to throw here. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Back to throw, it's Levis. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
38-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Locates Mooney on the outright. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. We're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, a run with Evans. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Back to throw. Fields. His pass caught at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. Long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Levis will sneak it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Levis. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jefferson moving in motion left. First and 10, it's Levis. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
11. It's all right.
Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, they've gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Up. All right.
To throw is Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for this with Evans.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Monday. Right.
Now it's Fields.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Levis looking to throw.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. That was a really nice run there to bring up third and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Levis.
And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Here's Levis. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 77 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action now. Levis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak. No place to go.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis back to throw.
Running with it and picking up a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Vikings
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Levis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Levis to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Levis on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Terrell Mooney, 57 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Minnesota.
60 by 6.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his second. A quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll take. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Go.
Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Levis, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Levis to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now 1st and goal.
Minnesota.
Here's Levis. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made it nice.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Levis. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm